What's going on, everybody? Brandon here, back with a haul video. Very exciting in front of us. I spent all day hunting. June 1st, 2025, the official McFarlane Superman drop day. And boy, was it a long day. A lot of target hunting. These figures are shipped randomly, and we really don't know what's in the boxes. And man, like pulling toys from the back and asking, it's hard work. And it's hard work for all the Target people too, because they're trying to serve everybody and everybody's got their wants, and it was a very interesting time. I'll take you through my toy hunt today and explain to you what happened as we go through each of these figures. This is just a haul video to show you what's out there. You can get up and go to your local Target now and you can find this stuff. Cyborg Superman I found at Walmart, but the rest of these were all from Target. So very exciting. Let's dive on in and take a closer look. All right, so starting off with Superman and Metamorpho. These were the first figures that I found at the beginning of my toy hunt this morning. 8 a.m., the closest Target to my house. I ran over there and I grabbed Metamorpho and I grabbed Superman. Unfortunately, these were kind of like tricky and they only had one case of 6, and the Target workers were trying to tell me it's only one per person. I had previously picked out 2 figures before the street date, so they agreed to hold 2 figures for me. And all they had were regular Superman and Metamorpho, and then the one Cyborg Superman. I didn't know it at the time. And I thought, man, with the first day on my hunt, the McFarlane figures are going to be so tough to find. And I didn't know if I was going to find another regular Superman today. So I opted for him instead of the red and black Cyborg Superman. You're probably shaking your head thinking, man, why would you do that? But I really did not know what the hunt was going to bring. Metamorpho looks fantastic. I really like the way that this guy looks. He was definitely a keeper. My goal was to get all the movie figures today, so I didn't achieve it, but I got pretty close. And Superman does look really sweet. Very happy to have him. I did end up with the red and blue Cyborg Superman, so that's definitely a plus. And overall, I'm just really, really happy with how these came out. I'm so glad and happy that today was a good day, because, man, usually hunting for McFarlane figures is never easy. It's always tough, and the figures are always like in the last place you'd expect. You go in with the DPCIs and the barcodes ready, and sometimes you just never know what to expect. The price point on these guys was like $23.99, so not crazy, and kind of like what we're used to. And these are the shorter box single card figures, so you could find them. They typically ship together, and I think out of everything that I saw today, these 2 were the easiest to find. Regular Superman and Metamorpho. I think this is the only release of Metamorpho that we're getting. I wish we were getting more, especially with some accessories. But yeah, $23.99 a piece. All right, so the next figure that I found was Cyborg Superman. After my first Target, I went to a second Target and I only found the same Metamorpho and the same Superman, and that's when I realized I made a Cyborg mistake. Then I went to Walmart, and lo and behold, he was there, Cyborg Superman. Walmart worker had to pull the box out of the back. They had Cyborg Superman, they had Jay, they had Western Batman. Those ones I already had, so this was a pickup for me. It's an absolutely gorgeous figure, like chef's kiss, man. This thing is awesome in hand, and I highly encourage you to get one of these if you can. They're at Walmart. Beautiful figure. I think he was like 25 bucks. So, great piece. Here is the barcode if you need it for Walmart. I had to show you guys Cyborg Superman out of the packaging. This guy looks fantastic. Incredible sculpt and detail, built well, and all in all, just a really, really cool looking figure. Not fragile at all. He's got that like classic coloring touch, which I love, and he's just an awesome Superman villain, you guys. Definitely run to Walmart and get one if you can. All right, so after I found Cyborg Superman, the next 2 targets that I hit had nothing. And then I went to a Target, and then I found these guys. I found 4 that were left out of a case of 6. We got Superman and Crypto. We got the Superman robot number 4. And we got both comic book Supermans, The Strange Lives of Superman, the regular and the platinum. So very cool, very happy to find these guys. Here's an up-close look at Superman and Crypto. This is the set that I think everybody desires to have the most because of Crypto and the cloth cape on Superman and the different face plates that he has. So that is very interesting. There's the UPC if you need it. The price point on these guys has gone up. It's $34.99. So that is an ouch for sure. Man, when they brought out robot number 4, I could not believe it. You know, when you're waiting in suspense for the Target worker to come out with the stuff, and the guy brought me these figures, man, I was so hyped. I knew he was going to be a hard one to get. I just finished building my Spin Master one, and now I've got an even better Superman robot. So, very excited to have robot number 4. He looks fantastic. I wish it would have had a plate so that way he could also be robot number 12. You could interchange it if you wanted to. That would be great. Next, taking a look at the Strange Lives of Superman. This one gives me Shazam vibes. Very interesting with the red, but overall a really, really nice figure. One that I'm super happy to have. No pun intended. Number 39. I can't believe we're already on 39 for these collector edition figures. Superman looks fantastic, and there is the UPC. And the standard release Lion Superman, man, what interesting choice they picked. I wonder if there's going to be some homage to this in the movie, or if it's just completely unrelated. But yes, these guys are shipping with the movie figures. They're definitely going to be in those packages, so keep an eye out. All right, so after that, I don't know how many Targets I went to, but eventually calling and driving, and then I found a Target that had a bunch of these figures. They got like multiple cases of 6, and they put everything on an end cap. This was the last Dirty Superman that they had. I keep saying Dirty Superman because that's what he looks like. He's labeled Battle Damage Superman, but his costume is not torn at all. So that will be really interesting to see in the movie. He is a gold label. He is a Target exclusive. And it looks like selectively he's also shipping in cases of 6. So that is really interesting just to show you that differentiation. It's like darker and it's like muddier and there's just like dirt on his face and on his emblem and all throughout his costume. It's a little bit darker. There is the UPC and he's also going for, I think, $23.99. And at that same Target, the worker was also unboxing figures for the afternoon. Mostly Jurassic Park, but right away I noticed the blue tape on the McFarlane boxes. And yes, the Kaiju was in there, shipping in a set of 2. So it's 2 per box, and it's only the Kaiju. So that is really interesting. Love that box art on the back. This guy looks mean and ugly, and I can't wait to put him next to the Spin Master variant. For the UPC on the Kaiju, here it is. Let me get it to focus in there so you can have that if you need it. And his price was like, I want to say $41.99 or something like that. So he's a mega fig. He's twice the amount of a regular figure like McFarlane usually does. So after that, I kind of hit a wall and I was just parked for a bit and I called a bunch of Targets trying to figure out who had what, and a lot of no answer or they don't have anything. And I had almost quit, and then finally I got one Target worker telling me that another location had 6 Multiverse figures from the theatrical cut. So I thought, man, this is it. My chance for a case of 6. Ran over there, and I found this guy, and my jaw dropped. And then I found the Superpowers one, and I was like, wow, I haven't seen either of these at all the other Targets that I went to. And it looks like this Superman is also shipping in a case of 2. Same as the Kaiju, same size box. So the boxes are going to look the same, but the Kaiju and the Superman statue do ship differently. Or separately, I should say. Also, I never found that case of 6 that I went looking for. That case of 6 was missing, MIA. 3 different Target workers went back there to look for me, and none of them could find it. So I never got to see my unopened box case of 6 theatrical figures, but here's hoping we'll find one soon. Taking a better look at the Superman statue so you can see that, and he does have a cloth cape, so that is going to be really interesting. Hopefully some wire in there so you can pose him, and he's got his crystals from the Fortress of Solitude, and it just says Superman. So very cool. Really happy to have this piece to go with all my movie statues. I wish we were still getting them from Diamond Select, but hey, this is probably the next best thing. There is the UPC for Superman if you need it. Let me try to focus in there again so you can get it if you need it. Yes, there it is. Oh, and his price was, I think, the same as the Kaiju. It was like $41.99 or something like that. Probably one of the ones that I was hyped up for the most, the Superpower Superman. I have been hunting and searching for these superpowers, guys, because they didn't have the same street date as the rest of the McFarlane stuff. And there he was by his lonesome, just hanging on that peg without the whole crew, just Superman alone. So, they ship in a case of 6, so somebody must have bought the other 5 and then left the one extra Superman behind. But I'm really happy to have this guy. I can't wait to get him out of the packaging and get him into the Fortress of Solitude. Looks great. A better look at Superman. Very interesting face sculpt. Very interesting belt. And overall, I'm just really happy to have him. He was only $10. Man, that box art looks like Tom Welling. I can't not see it. And the backside I thought was really cool to see the updated card for the first time. And yes, McFarlane has taken us all the way to 60 with the latest wave. So that is really cool. And you can see the T-Craft and the Fortress down there. So yes, very, very cool. Really happy to see that. That they're still putting every figure on the back of the card, so that's phenomenal. And there is the UPC if you need it. Unfortunately, when you scan this for the DPCI, it is the same DPCI for all the Superpowers figures. So the whole time I've been hunting for this new wave of Superpowers, I've been getting duped by like tons of backstock on the old comic book Metamorpho. It just continues and continues to be like a huge gripe. So know that if you are looking and hunting for the Superpowers DPCI and they tell you they got them in stock, make sure they verify with you what character or characters it is. Because every time I went looking and hunting for just Superpowers, it was only old comic book Metamorpho backstock. And by far the best part about this Superman is he was only $10. Yes, Superpowers, $10. A couple more Targets and no luck. And then I found a Target in a mall that had these guys. Very cool. Definitely the cutest ones that McFarlane has put out thus far. $15 a piece. They go great with the vinyl figures, the Todd Mod figures, and hopefully they go really good with the Spin Master 12-inch figures as well. Hopefully they'll be in scale. A better look at these guys. Here is Baby Joey. Really interesting piece. And yeah, very, very interesting and curious to see more of him and learn about him during the movie. There's the UPC and the Baby Kaiju. Looks like it'll go great with the Mega Figure Kaiju. So you could probably at the end of this, after you've gotten them all, you could like line them up and have like a growing Kaiju. That would be cool. Yes, and there's the UPC if you need it. And that was it. These were the last guys that I found at my second to last Target. Went to one more Target after that. They were supposed to have 18 of the smaller boxed figures, like the ones with Cyborg Superman and Metamorpho, and they didn't. 18, but they were all Batman figures for some reason, animated Batman figures. Batman, the metallic Batman, and Mr. Freeze from the new animated series. So that was it. And then I called it a night. All right. Thank you so much for joining me on this haul video. Very exciting and fun time with all the new Superman toys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you're going to pick up or pass on any of these, what you're finding online and in your local areas. I'd love to hear from you. I really want to know what you guys are finding in those McFarlane boxes when you get them. Very, very interesting stuff. I'm still hunting for that Lex Luthor, Ultraman, Mr. Terrific. Really hoping I find those soon. That would be awesome. You guys, the likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, all support on the channel has been phenomenal. Thank you each and every one of you for the continued support. We're going to do a bunch of individual reviews of these, so keep it right here at my channel, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.